many Ugandans, due to the poverty rate in Uganda, you shall find that access to a library or to the outside world is quite minimal. And I think Madame Trudy is doing a very good job, and she's impacting us Ugandans by bringing these libraries. And it's not just a library. When we read these books, we are connected to the outside world without physically going there. The information they have is brought to us.
I have always loved reading, always loved reading. When I grew up in a small town, that was what we did. When I came to Uganda, I was a teacher and I was getting ready to be librarian, so I went to many of the schools and I wanted to see their books, and they were telling me, we don't have books. And I thought, that can't be right. You have to have some books. So I'm looking, they have very, very few textbooks. The children were learning whatever was written on the chalkboard. But just for reading books, just wasn't there. So I asked them, what could I bring you if I were to bring you something from America? And they said books. And I thought, you need clothes, you need shoes, you need food, and you want books. And as I got to know many of the students and many of their families, I thought, what greater way to open up the world to them than to bring books about countries, to bring books about inventions. This is actually my 13th year in Uganda. We now have 36 libraries. About 75,000 students have passed through our libraries at present. The statistics are by 6th grade, about 30% of children can read and understand. And so our goal is to change those statistics. To be leaders in Uganda, they're going to have to be able to read. You cannot lead if you can't read.
I like kittens. I like gloves. I like reading. Reading is fire.
When I decided to do the libraries, I knew that I could not feel good if the libraries weren't comparable to American students' libraries. The books have to be brand new or like new. They have to be hardback. The paper wears out too fast. I have not been able to find libraries like ours. When we first tell people we're going to bring your children a library, they really just don't understand until all of a sudden we're arriving with 3, 4, 5, 6,000 books. I have a team meet me in Uganda, and we put them all in the proper order, piling them all over the floor. We have it down to a science. We're putting the A authors here, the B authors here, the C authors here, and then we're doing all the Dewey, the zeros, the ones, the twos, and then those have to go in specific order. After that, we train the students, I train the staff. My librarians meet at least once a term. We talk about any problems, we find solutions, I teach them new things. That relationship, we have become a Libraries of Love family. We found that the relationships were as important as the libraries. So it is more than just books. It is helping those who deserve so much, and yet they don't have it.
To Library of Love is my big thanks. Like the gift they gave, it's a big gift. You have to know that nobody will take it away from these children. Learning does not only take place in class or when the teacher is there. Learning also could take place if a child reads on his or her own. Reading is the link to learning.
It's fun with the primary school. You'll see all their shoes outside the door, and you have to step on them to go in the door. But then you walk in and they're all looking at books they selected themselves. They are just in awe that many books are available to them. They get to pick the one they want, and they share it with their friends. You'll see them outside or sitting on the floor. They'll have a whole group of students around them, and they're like, look at this, look at this, look at this. And you just smile and think, all the time, all the effort, it is all worth it when you watch those students that have fallen in love with reading.